I know, everything's about Kyrie Irving these days, and I already made a video about the Kyrie Irving trade situation, but I'm not done yet because there's more developing news here. There always is. This is clearly the biggest issue or, story in basketball right now. Kyrie Irving requesting this trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers is a huge deal. It has such a colossal effect on the state of the league, on the power shifts and whatnot in the NBA, and what they will look like after this trade is completed. But for right now, this trade is not as certain as it was, I guess a few days ago, because we all thought Kyrie Irving is for sure on the way out. I was just seeing so many different stories about, this relationship between Kyrie and LeBron, it's done. These guys hate each other now, and Kyrie's on the way out now, and it's just a matter of time, and all this stuff about these two guys. And then we start hearing more, and it's like Dan Gilbert thinks that Kyrie Irving will likely be in training camp with the Cavaliers. And man, it is going to be so interesting if that happens, and it'll be interesting either way, because a lot of us expect Kyrie to be traded very soon. Some of us expect him to be traded later, but most all of NBA fans expect Kyrie to be traded at some point because he requests a trade, and as you know, if you request a trade in the NBA, you're most likely out of there. Now, obviously, the team doesn't have to move you, but it's definitely in their best interests. Why would a team have a player that doesn't want to play for their team on the squad? I mean, you could ruin so much chemistry like that in the locker room. It's just not really a good mix. The thing is, though, it's pretty unusual of a situation right now because Kyrie Irving is a great player on a great team, and most people in the world would assume Kyrie Irving is content with the situation he's in. I mean, when you're on basically the worst team in basketball for the last few years, and you spend your first few years putting up crazy numbers and being a really high-scoring rookie and showing flashes of talent and stardom, but your team sucks, and maybe you get tired of that after 2-3 seasons he was there, and then LeBron comes. I mean, you should be happy, but Kyrie apparently was never happy. And look, I understand why that might be. It's not the end of the world, I don't think, but look, I don't really make any sense of it just because I don't think Kyrie Irving, first of all, is capable of carrying a team, period. And I also don't like that these star players can't coexist. It doesn't make really any sense to me. You should want to win. You should put your problems of power struggles and whatnot behind you, because that's the whole goal, is to win. It just seems pretty selfish, honestly, if you're like, no, I don't want to do this because I'm not the main guy. I mean, you're on LeBron James's team. You should be fortunate. But, Kyrie's really set on this, and he's uncomfortable with the prospect of not being the number one guy, and I guess, all in all, we have to respect that. At least we have to accept that. Most Cavs fans won't respect that, but it's true, okay? That's what it is right now. And I'm making this video because, yeah, I did talk about Kyrie requesting the trade, the initial news. I talked about destinations for him, potential destinations, of course. We can add the Phoenix Suns into there and the Boston Celtics into there. I don't think the Knicks... Are the Knicks really a big... I'm not sure. I don't know if the Knicks are still a big option, or the Miami Heat. It's looking like the Timberwolves, the Suns, and who else was it? I think Timberwolves and Suns are like front runners right now. But still, that's not really what I'm talking about here. I made this video to talk about the prospect of Kyrie not being traded, maybe for the next few weeks, the next season. I mean, seriously, Kyrie Irving could play games for the Cavs this year. And it's looking like a bigger and bigger possibility that may happen. Because the Cavs, the only reason they would be pressured to make this move is because Kyrie wants to leave the team. He wants to be on a team where he can run the team. First of all, his contract isn't up. So they can keep him under contract as long as they want. Is it a good idea? No, it's a terrible idea, because that's how you ruin team chemistry. That's how you cause problems in the locker room, and the guy doesn't want to play for your team, and you're a good team. You don't want to ruin stuff. So the Cavs, their best option, of course, is to go out into the trade market and try to find a deal that satisfies them, where they can send Kyrie, get players back, still be good, be in a good place, and gain something of equal or near value to Kyrie. I mean, I really don't think that they're going to get something better because, like I said before, usually the team giving up the best player in the trade loses. Also, just because of the fact that teams might just be lowballing the Cavaliers here because they know that the Cavs are looking to get rid of Kyrie. They know that the Cavs might be a little more tempted to get rid of Kyrie. The Cavs know they have to get rid of Kyrie at some point. So all these teams throwing offers out are just trying to beat the other team's offers. It's not like they're shooting super high for the Cavs' expectations. They know the Cavs have got to give up Kyrie Irving at some point. So that makes it a lot tougher on the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's really, the biggest problem with this whole thing is the fact that they're pressured to make a trade based on the fact that Kyrie said that and the whole world knows. If they were making trade offers behind closed doors, then they could probably get more for Kyrie. If teams didn't know they were desperate to get rid of him or that he requested a trade, at least that part, they'd probably be getting a lot better offers than they are. But they're going to have to get rid of him at some point. It would be dumb not to. Now, this whole Dan Gilbert thing saying that he'll be back there in training camp, a little bit worrisome. I mean, I don't know if Cavs fans at this point really want Kyrie to be there or not. I think we all know for sure that it's been established that Kyrie does not want to play with LeBron. It's not like he's going to change his mind about that. We've heard that this has been bothering him for years. So there's no reason for him to keep playing with him. It's not going to work out. Why would it? It's not like he's going to suddenly just have a change of heart. That doesn't really happen. That would be a miracle. So at this point, why even have him in training camp? What good could come from that? Because you're anticipating him playing for the team, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that, because then it's like you're anticipating him playing for the team next season, which is not good because he doesn't want to be there. Like I keep looping around in this discussion. It's like I feel like we're just getting to the same spot. You gotta move him at some point. If you don't move him, he's gonna be moved. He knows it. Everybody knows it. Like, I feel like the Cavs aren't saying they're pressured to make a move, but I feel like they actually are. Because, man, it would be very weird for Kyrie Irving to be out there on opening night in a Cavs jersey. It would make a little bit more sense with the Derrick Rose situation, though. That's like the last thing I'm going to talk about here, because I think I made my point pretty clear. They got to get rid of him, but if they don't, it's going to be bad, but they might not. We don't know what they're going to do. Derrick Rose signed to this team supposedly as an off-the-bench player. I think, who was that? Some like Cavs owner, Cavs management, someone was talking about he's supposed to be their off-the-bench presence, which I was like, that's like the perfect thing for Derrick Rose. That's his niche. If you ask me, that's where you got to put Derrick Rose on a team. Off the bench to run an offense. You got to have the ball in his hands, and you don't want the ball in his hands if LeBron's there. You want the ball in LeBron's hands. And not saying two ball handlers can't coexist, but these two won't. My video on Derrick Rose, if you don't understand that part, you can watch that, because I went in detail with that, explained why that wouldn't work. Derrick Rose off the bench sounds a lot better than Derrick Rose starting. Even if they trade Kyrie Irving, they're probably going to get a point guard in return. They'd start hearing Eric Bledsoe's name in a lot of trade talks. So, hey, we'll see about that. Hopefully the trade happens soon, because I want some more stuff to talk about. As always, sooner rather than later, please. This would be crazy if Kyrie didn't get traded. And it's, I think, an interesting situation, as long as we keep getting drama that I can talk about, that I can, enjoy the fact that we have this entertainment going on. Like if Kyrie's in the season and he's on the Cavs, and like there's all these rumblings from the locker room and they start playing bad, like I would love that. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love that. Because it's drama, it's noise, it's stuff going on. Kyrie on the Cavs would be very interesting because of what we're hearing this offseason. And he unfollowed LeBron on Twitter, and LeBron's supposedly gonna beat his ass when he sees him. All the stuff we're hearing. That's gonna do it. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment what you think about this situation. When do you think Kyrie's gonna be traded? Man, it's gonna be really awkward if he gets traded like in 20 minutes or like in an hour or something. if it just happens, or like tomorrow. So whatever. I'm not anticipating it happening for like a month or so or more. Man, that would be weird. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.